excited. I have the new Fenty Cosmetica Rogue palette. We are going to talk about this palette. This is releasing very soon. Fenty Cosmetica sent me this palette as well as their 2 new fragrances. I am so over the moon excited about this. I want to swatch it. I want to create an eye look. I want to tell you if this palette fits in with the other Fenty Cosmetica palettes. Is it the great quality that I expect from the brand? I know I love the color story. I am excited to test this out. We're going to talk about it all and try it on. And if you're new here, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. I do upload lots of new videos every single week, so I hope you will subscribe before you leave today. But I cannot wait to play with this palette, so let's jump into it. Starting off, this is what the cover of the palette looks like. So in this collection, we're going to have the palette launching. We have 4 multi-chromes in this palette, and we do have 5 matte shades. This is inspired by the Rogues in Fantasy Playing Games. I don't know a lot about what that means, but I'm sure a lot of y'all out there do. Fenty Cosmetica does a lot of gaming inspired things, and something new about this palette that's different from the other palettes from the brand is that this has magnetic pans and they're removable. So you can move these around or you can buy the singles. These are going to launch as singles as well. So let's talk about this palette. Okay, I'm going to show you a close-up and swatches of the palette. This is launching March 1st at 9 a.m. PST, and you can use my affiliate code with Fenty Cosmetica if you would like. My code is Heather, so that will give you a discount on the website. I also took these swatches on my iPhone. I wanted to get some swatches in natural lighting, sunlight, really try to capture the shifts for y'all because I think these are so beautiful. I did try Fenty Cosmetica last year. They were a brand new brand for last year. So if you want to see any of their other stuff, I do have a playlist on my channel that you can check out. But let's talk about these fragrances before I start applying the shadows on my eyes. I am so excited to see an indie brand launching fragrances. These are hand-painted bottles, which I think is really, really special. I'm going to read you the notes of these fragrances because I don't want to get them wrong. I'm actually going to start with this one that I'm wearing today. This is a rich, sweet, spiced fruit scent with light floral notes, and this one is the Rogue perfume. I'm wearing that one today. And there's something very sultry about it. I'm really into this one. And then we also have the Druid fragrance. This one is pine and citrus with sweet, smoky, wooden undertones. So I just got this collection in the mail today. I am going to be testing and trying these fragrances over the next few weeks. And I will do a follow-up review on these because I want to see how long do they last on the skin, how much I enjoy them. I want to try them both. And I will definitely do a follow-up review for y'all, but I think these bottles are really, really, really beautiful. But the main attraction, of course, is the eyeshadow palette. I love this purpley and blue green color story. So what I'm going to do is I am going to prime my eyes for shadow. I always use an eye primer. I do have oily lids and I like my shadows to be intense. So I'm going to zoom y'all in. I'm going to put down my eyeshadow primer and we are going to create a look with this palette. Okay, so I want to start with Subtle. Is that Subtle? Is that the name of that? Subtle, yes. I want to start with this really pretty purpley shade. And I'm going to pick that up. This is a blinged brush. And I'm going to make sure I don't have any creases in my eye primer. And I'm going to just press this shade on. I'm going to put this all right here in the socket of my eye, kind of right there. And I'm going to press it on first to really get that pigment on top of the primer. And then I'm going to slowly buff and blend. I really like this lavender shade that has like a, kind of like a dirtiness to it. It's not a bright, like, pastel type of lavender. I mean, you can see it almost has this gray or like dingy undertone. I don't know. I'm here for it. Okay, I want to go in with this Sigma brush from my Sigma Favorites set, and I want to go into Assassin, this beautiful deep dark shade. I'm just going to make sure I have that good on my brush. And this is a matte black. And I'm going to pop this right here in this kind of outer portion of my eye. I'm just going to press it on first. I don't want to be messy with this one. So I'm just going to keep it concentrated right here. And just kind of blend it out a little. Little by little, I'm going to swirl this shade. So this is a buildable matte. So I'm just kind of pressing it on and layering it up to get the deep intensity that I want. And I'm just lightly blending it underneath the outer corner of my lower lash line like this. And then I'm slowly going to blend out the edges, just taking my time when working with a black shadow. All right, I'm going back to that subtle shade, the purple that we used, and I'm going to blend out around the black now because I want it to have this nice fade and blend. So I'm just going to lightly, with the same brush I used at first, blend the edges so that it kind of fades from the black at the lash line up to a more smoky look and then back in to that light purple. Okay, I want to go in all over the lid with this shade right here, Deception. This is a purple to gold green blue based multi-chrome is how it is described, and I definitely see those tones. So I want to put that down all over my lid except for this very inner part. Okay, so I picked that up on another one of the Sigma brushes from my set. And I'm going to put this in the center of the lid. That's really beautiful. And I'm just going to kind of bring it right up here, not above the socket, but right up to it so that even when my eyes are open, you can see it. And I'm going to press it on first. And I want to bring it up right up against that matte black so that we kind of have a nice fade out to this deeper outer corner. But I'm just pressing it on first to make sure I get all that shadow off. And then I'm going to lightly swoop it in like this. All right, after that, I'm grabbing this other brush from my set and I want to go into Sleight of Hand. This other multi-chrome. I'm going to pick this up and I'm choosing a brush that's a little fluffier that has this kind of like pointed tip to it because I really want the sparkle to come through right here on the inner lid. Now this one is described as a sheer multi-chrome with deep blue to purple to a golden pink shift, and that's what I saw in my swatch too. So I'm using a fluffy brush to really kind of let the sparkle disperse on this one and just pressing. I thought this would be really pretty to kind of complement the main shade that we went in with all over the lid. So I'm just kind of fluffing that right here. Okay, I want to work on the lower lash line now, and I'm going to take this blinged brush and go into Cunning, this really pretty shade right here. So I'm going to coat my brush on that, and then we're going to put this on the lower lash line. Okay, so this is going to go right here, right up against the lash line, and then I'm going to blend it out. And this looks like a really pretty teal shade. Just going to go back and forth like that. Okay, I'm loving the way this is coming together. I was debating what I wanted to do for the inner corner. Of course, one of the multi-chromes would be beautiful, but this shade right here is calling to me Stealth. So this is like a pastel blue with, again, that kind of dirty gray undertone. And I thought this would be really pretty to do a matte inner corner since we have the two multi-chromes on the lid. So I'm just going to brush this around like this. Okay, I'm so pleased with how this look is coming together. I'm gonna see if I want to do any additional blending. I'm gonna do liner, I'm gonna put on a lash, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you what I think of the palette so far. We used 4 of the mattes and 2 of the multi-chromes. So 6 out of the 9 shades. So yeah, let me do liner and lash, but this is our finished look before I do any of that. Alright y'all, I added some black eyeliner and some Lilly lashes in Mykonos Lite to finish off this look. I feel so great in this look. This palette is so beautiful, so beautiful. First of all, this is a me type of color story. I love the blues, the purples, the greens. I love the black. I love the multi-chromes. I'm here for it. I think this is so, so gorgeous. If you have the Bard palette from Fantasy Cosmetica, yes, the Bard. I'm trying to think. There's the Druid, and then there was the Sorcerer, and then the Bard, and now this one. I definitely feel like the quality of these mattes is just like the Bard palette. I think they're really, really nice, really beautiful, and it's that Fantasy Cosmetica multi-chrome shimmer formula that we love. I feel like the light is just catching these purples and blues. Really, really beautiful. I cannot wait to play with this palette again. I really want to use shadows, this kind of deep, dark, grungy green. Like, it looks so pretty. I really want to use that, and I kind of want to pair it with Sneak Attack. I think that will be stunning. So I'm looking forward to using this palette again. Definitely let me know if you want to see more looks, because maybe I could use this in a get ready with me or something like that. But I love it. I'm so happy with it. I'm excited to keep using it again. Of course, this is a first impression. Even though I have been using Fantasy Cosmetica for a while now, I'm familiar with their formula. This is my first time swatching and playing with this palette. I do follow up palette reviews. I actually posted one earlier today. This is going to be a 2 video type of day for y'all. So if you want to see the video I posted earlier today, it was a palette review video where I'm following up reviews on all the palettes that I test and try. So of course I will do the same thing with this one. I'll be following up after I play with it some more. But yeah, I love my look. I'm excited about this. I've actually got a lot to do this evening, but I'm going to work hard to get this video up for y'all today. I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I will post my affiliate code. I will post the launch date down below, the time. All of that will be in the description box. So do check there if you're curious. And I'm currently wearing the Rogue perfume. So I'm smelling good. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see y'all soon in another video. Please do subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye!